100 or 150. You want to just be a little bit more explosive, I guess. Experiment with your range of shots. He hasn't done that.
I think the strategy has changed as far as the Pakistani team is concerned. They know if they're able to bat close to end of the day's play, that'll mean Sri Lankan batters, they have lesser time to see off that lead taken by the Pakistanis and then get a lead to be able to trounce Pakistani batsmen. I think the approach is right. They're looking to take the Pakistani team into the safety zone where they can't lose the match.
So let's try to explain the popping crease and the return crease. Popping crease is when the bowler bowls from the front line, and the lines on the side are the return crease lines. There they are. That's the return crease. So if you bowl wider than the permitted limit, if the ball doesn't feature in that or within that return crease, it's called a wide. It's called a no ball. It's not a bad ploy. Let's see how he reacts now to that shorter length.
He's not going to get ruffled. Naseem Shah, that's for sure. Dealt with ease with that short pitch delivery. Naseem Shah. Now watches the ball coming out of the hand of the bowler. That's why he gets into good positions. Naseem Shah. Again, watched it very closely.
So many great spots here. Goal line is so inviting. Just the third man fielder. He feels that he's going to slice the ball over the slip corner.
No, Rod!
President डैंड्रफ का डर हमेशा सर पे सवार ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स जो जड़ तक जाए ताकि डैंड्रफ वापस ना आए हेड एंड शोल्डर्स कंधे से बोझ हटा दे
Pakistan running away with the show. Now lead is 75. If it gets to 100, it'll be a substantial lead, and then Sri Lankans will be in hot soup. Partnership of 41. And the team's contribution has been 1.
Now the scoring rate has plummeted, but that's not a concern as far as Pakistani unit is concerned. as long as they carry on batting till end of the third day's play, that'll be job well done.
The switch on, switch off thing for the bowlers, and that can't be easy, so that they relax and they feel that they can't get South Shakil out, and so there's a different draw in strategy and line of action. And when Naseem Shah is on strike, they switch on. It's got to be taxing. It's got to be mentally exhausting.
Yes, South Shakil is toying with them, isn't he? Scoring at his will, exposing his partner when the time is right. Yeah, that's his first score of more than 150 runs in a test match. And the way he backed it, he richly deserved to score a double here. Time is on his side. South Shakil's.
Interesting stat for one and all. If the team takes a lead here at Galle, the winning percentage is 76, which is huge. So this is a critical moment for the Sri Lankans. They've hardly ever been beaten here at Galle. This is their fortress. Pakistan did it last year when they chased down a huge total of 340 plus. And it appears as if they are once again in the driver's seat.
Yeah, they say a third day of a test match is the driving day. And definitely you're right, Ramesh. Pakistan in the driving seat. 388 for 8.
मैडम आपकी स्प्राइट
एक इसको भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा। बिजनेस में आसानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो हर शहर में आसानी से चेक क्लियर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
Stadium. Quite a busy road. Fish sellers just down the road. Go to the sea, catch some great fish and sell it. Absolutely fresh.
Yeah, Galle is not a huge city. Not one of the major metros in the world, but it has plenty to offer. A very well sought after tourist spot, the city of Galle.
Boys, go boys! Big heart, boys!
That's where he has made the difference. Usage of that back foot.
New ball to a spinner. I don't know whether the length had to be adjusted because it fizzes off the surface. But Jayasuriya has been quite keen to just bowl as if he's bowling with the old ball.
And that's the fear South Shakil has created in his mind. That's why he's not looking to fight the ball or pitch the ball up. Because every time he has pitched the ball up to South Shakil, he has used his feet without any fear and hit the ball into the gaps. And that's why he's just darting the ball in, making it very easy for South Shakil.
This is truly a tremendous comeback by Pakistan. The innings was in doldrums, struggling. It appeared as if the story will be over for them on day 2, but how well they fought back. Avoids any mishap. The bails are taken off, and at tea time, Pakistan
बिजनेस में तरक्की चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो ऑनलाइन पैसे आसानी से ट्रांसफर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को।
magnificent innings from South Shakil. Masterclass when it comes to playing spin or determination. Has batted well with Aga, and since then has batted brilliantly with the tail.
Yes, because of his effort, Sri Lankans are made to chase this game from here on. Might be appreciated on this innings of South Shakil. His teammates, especially the captain, acknowledging the effort. A big effort from this young man.
Yeah, Babar Azam was actually sulking when he had gotten out, but now appears to be extremely happy, and he's got every reason to smile because it really has been a Herculean effort from South Shakil in terms of mental capacity and technical ability. 161 not out. Salman also played a great hand. No sixes hit, but great rotation of strike, presence of mind, good batting, excellent batting against spin.
The bowlers had to grind. It was very pedestrian for them. And these are the highlights of the session, post-lunch session. Oman Ali came up with a purpose, flailed the bat, picked up quite a few boundaries before this happened. He was trapped in front of the stumps by the off-spinner Ramesh Mendes. Shaheen Shah Afridi showed some intent. He was looking to up the ante, gather some quick runs, but he missed a straighter one.
But the fun continued for South Shakil. This was an excellent inside-out drive, and then he went again, this time over mid-off. Dropped in the deep by Angelo Matthews. Tricky that part of the ground. It had rained heavily in the morning, so lost his grip probably in the end. But he has made Sri Lanka pay. This innings as bright as the day has been for Pakistan. Sri Lanka 312. Everyone felt that they were in this contest when they had Pakistan reeling at 4 down for basically nothing, and then this gallop from South Shakil and Aga, who got 83, great partnership, and it means that Pakistan now leads Sri Lanka by 77 runs, and here at Galle, that's a substantial lead. Right, we'll take a short break and come back after tea session. Hello and welcome. Hey, no. I'll wait till this come. Yeah. Yeah, okay. Hello and welcome to the highlights of the first test match, Sri Lanka versus Pakistan, happening at the Galle International Stadium. Is it okay?
पैंटीन जिसमें है चावलों का पानी और प्रो विटामिन फॉर्मूला जो हेयर फॉल कम करे सिर्फ 14 दिन में। पैंटीन, बाल गिरे कम तो खुले।
बिजनेस बढ़ाना चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो अनलिमिटेड पे ऑर्डर्स और फ्री चेक बुक्स दे, जैसे एचबीएल फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस
थाली और तेल का तड़का अब इन्हें सिर्फ एक चक्कर में करेगा काम। नया एरियल
जिसमें है क्लीनिंग बूस्टर जो करे जिद्दी दामों का सफाया।
बिजनेस में रवानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो सैलरी और दीगर पेमेंट्स बआसानी ऑनलाइन ट्रांसफर करे, जैसे एचबीएल फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस बिजनेस में आसानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो हर शहर में आसानी से चेक क्लियर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे एचबीएल फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
मैडम आपकी स्ट्राइक।
एक इसको भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा।
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा।
बिजनेस में तरक्की चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो ऑनलाइन पैसे आसानी से ट्रांसफर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे एचबीएल फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
फिर से डैंड्रफ का डर हमेशा सर पे सवार। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स जो जड़ तक जाए ताकि डैंड्रफ वापस न आए। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स कंट्री।
बिजनेस फैलाना चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जिससे हर ब्रांच में फ्री ऑनलाइन ट्रांजैक्शंस हो, जैसे एचबीएल फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को आसान बनाए।
पैंटीन जिसमें है चावलों का पानी और प्रो विटामिन फॉर्मूला जो हेयर फॉल कम करे सिर्फ 14 दिन में। पैंटीन, बाल गिरे कम तो खुले ज्यादा। पैंटीन, जिसमें है चावलों का पानी और प्रो विटामिन फॉर्मूला जो हेयर फॉल कम करे सिर्फ 14 दिन में। पैंटीन, बाल गिरे कम तो
बिजनेस बढ़ाना चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो अनलिमिटेड पे ऑर्डर्स और फ्री चेक बुक्स दे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस
भारी और तेल का तड़का अब इन्हें सिर्फ एक चक्कर में करेगा साहब। नया एरियल
जिसमें है क्लीनिंग बूस्टर जो करे जिद्दी दाहों का सफाया।
बिजनेस में रवानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो सैलरी और दीगर पेमेंट्स बआसानी ऑनलाइन ट्रांसफर करे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस।
मैडम आपकी स्प्राइट
एक इसको भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा।
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा।
बिजनेस में आसानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो हर शहर में आसानी से चेक क्लियर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
फिर से डैंड्रफ का डर हमेशा सर पे सवार। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स जो जड़ तक जाए ताकि डैंड्रफ वापस न आए। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स कंधे से।
बिजनेस में तरक्की चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो ऑनलाइन पैसे आसानी से ट्रांसफर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को बिजनेस फैलाना चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जिससे हर ब्रांच में फ्री ऑनलाइन ट्रांजैक्शंस हो, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
फिर से डैंड्रफ का डर हमेशा सर पे सवार। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स जो जड़ तक जाए ताकि डैंड्रफ वापस न आए। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स कंधे से।
From the time he walked out to the crease yesterday afternoon, he has shown a positive attitude, not afraid to use his feet, not afraid to move around at the crease. Put himself in a wonderful position to go on and get a maiden double 100 in Test match cricket. He's been the bedrock of this Pakistan first innings. Bowlers, the most successful, no surprises. Surya, 3 for 122. Ramesh Mendes, 3 for 116. The other two shared between the seamers, Vishwa Fernando and Carlson Rajata. So this is where the first test match stands. 312 after winning the toss and electing to bat first. Dhananjaya De Silva, the lead scorer, 122. Pakistan 389 for 8. They lead by 77 runs and they still have two first innings wickets, I beg your pardon, in hand. Very good afternoon to Amir Sahel. Amir, you must be quite impressed with the way Pakistan has gone, in particular, Shakil.
You're very impressive. From the situation they were in after losing 5 wickets, it's a great recovery. And you have to give all the credit to South Shakil for his mammoth effort. Excellent inning under pressure. There was a great mix of good defense and positive intent. Had the bowlers helpless. Made the bowlers toil hard. And he's being ably supported by Naseem Shah, who's been there for a while now, along with South Shakil. Yeah, you mentioned about a fact that he was very positive from the word go. It's very important for a batsman when he's feeling the pressure to stay positive. What it does to you as a batsman, when you are not defensive, you lift your bat, which allow a bit of liver for you to move freely. But if you are ultra defensive, you forget to lift your bat, and because of that, you are hampered with your footwork. And by staying positive, you can deal with any sort of a situation. when you talk about batters, their job is to get runs. You should be thinking of runs all the times, and that's where South Shakil has made the difference.
An outstanding innings from South Shakil. But you're talking about the positivity and the movement and fluency into the ball we saw from Agha as well at the other end in their partnership. But they've done extremely well as well, other than batting as well as he had. With the lower order, they've soaked up the pressure of that new ball. Lethal as it could be. And that's when Sri Lanka would have been looking to strike. New ball, swinging around, hard, proud seam. That's why they took first few overs with that new ball with the spinners.
It's all easy, isn't it, for him at the moment? Offering a lot of respect to the good deliveries, and whenever gets an opportunity to work the ball into the gaps, is up for it. It's been pedestrian for the Sri Lankan bowlers. The pitch hasn't disappointed them, and at the same time, with the positive attitude of Salman Ali Agha and South Shakil, and because of that, it was a brain freeze.
Men around the bat, going for the kill, Sri Lanka. That's nicely played. That's very nicely played. He's given a lot of air, he's tossed it up, he's wanting the ball to land and turn. 2 full. Naseem Shah shows that he can play nicely through the offside.
The timing personified there. Let's have a look. And watch the ball onto the bat. And open the face of the bat at the last moment to be able to hit the ball away from the fielder. That's a brilliant try, wasn't it?
Three, 9, 4 for 8.
पैंटीन जिसमें है चावलों का पानी और प्रो विटामिन फॉर्मूला जो हेयर फॉल कम करे सिर्फ 14 दिन में। पैंटीन, बाल गिरे कम तो
बिजनेस बढ़ाना चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो अनलिमिटेड पे ऑर्डर्स और फ्री चेक बुक्स दे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को आसान।
When you look at where they were, 101 for 5 yesterday afternoon, and take your hats off to the middle to lower order. They have been outstanding in how they've repaired the middle part of the innings, how they've taken on that 312 and gone well past it.
And the time is running out for the Sri Lankans to force an issue in this test match. The lead is getting bigger. Time has been consumed by the Pakistanis, which is the apt thing to do at the moment. And to be able to force an issue from here on, the Sri Lankans, they have to take quite a few of risks, quite a lot of risks.
It must be so difficult for Dimuth Karunaratne and his charges because they would have expected that after that big partnership, they got another wicket and then the new ball came. They would have expected that they would probably be able to run through the rest of the Pakistan batting order if they don't get Shakil out. But you look at this partnership, 48. It's taken a long time, 121 balls. They've had a couple of opportunities that they put down as well.
Yeah, they must be ruining the fact. Spilled those couple of chances. That's how Shakil was on 93 when that catch was spilled at short leg. Oh, once again, it went all wrong for Rajita.
This is what I'm talking about. Just complicates the situation further for Dimuth Karunaratne. Best bowler. Well, the seamer that he's looking to try and break the partnership is struggling. Partnership now 53. The lead 87. Shakil and Pakistan just look to continue to pile on this lead. 399 for 8. Again, now, I don't understand what's going on here with Qasim Rajita. Brings up the 400 for Pakistan, 403 for 8. Sadira Samar Wikrama's wondering what's happened to his bowler here.
See, this is the main reason why Sri Lanka, they aren't good travellers. When they go on 4 and spoil, they struggle. If they're not picking up the wickets, they keep on leaking runs. They need to have a bowler in their lineup who could actually give some control to the captain. Who dry up the runs, frustrate the batters, and play with their frustration to be able to get rid of them. They haven't got anybody in their lineup who give such a control to the captain. And that's where Sri Lanka has to improve upon. If they want to be consistent in this format of the game, and especially if they want to become good travellers.
Left alone. Total disinterest in playing that delivery. Must be such a heartbreaker for a fast bowler to run in. You've been in the sun for over 90 overs now, better part of the day. All a short ball like that, and the batsman is just disinterested.
Can be deflating as well.
Nicely played, good control. He'll get a single and ensure that he's on strike at the beginning of the 98. 404 for 8.
थाली और तेल का तड़का अब इन्हें सिर्फ एक चक्कर में करेगा काम। नया एरियल जिसमें है क्लीनिंग बूस्टर जो करे सीधी दाहों का सफाया।
मैडम आपकी स्प्राइट
एक इसको भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा।
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा। बिजनेस में रवानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो सैलरी और दीगर पेमेंट्स बआसानी ऑनलाइन ट्रांसफर करे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को आसान बना।
At the moment, this partnership 58, and just 5 of those runs in 41 balls to Naseem Shah. It includes a boundary, so it shows you that he's understood the role that he has to play. Hold up an end, allow this man to continue to pile on the runs.
Naseem Shah is getting into that habit. He has learned how to survive in Test match cricket. how to absorb the pressure, how to play a second fiddle, how to assist his senior partner. We're going through the motions at the moment, the Sri Lankan bowlers and the fielders. Let this man who looks so well set.
You just cannot see how they're going to breach the defenses of this man. Doesn't look like he's in a rush to go anywhere either. The run they get from here will just make it that much more difficult for Sri Lanka second time around.
Yeah, from here on, it's going to be a predicament for the Sri Lankan think tank. Should we try and force the issue to be able to get more than 300 runs? It's not going to come in a day, because this pitch is going to deteriorate. And then they'll be reminded of the fact that the Pakistan team was able to win the test match on the last day, during the last series of the first test match. Pakistan was involved in a record run chase. So there'll be so many questions the Sri Lankans have to get the answer for. South Shakil keeps on going about the job relentlessly. Another boundary scored by him.
And the idea was to try and bowl into the legs, not give him room, but he's dropped it short. Because of the turn, then it provided him with the room to hit through the offside. Just make sure that finds that gap, gets the boundary. Oh, they're loving it in the crowd. Then again, just manages to maneuver the ball into the gap, get a single off the last ball, and keep strike. 409 for 8.
और तेल का तड़का अब इन्हें सिर्फ एक चक्कर में करेगा साहब नया एरियल जिसमें है क्लीनिंग बूस्टर्स जो करे सिद्धि दाहों का सफाया।
फिर से डैंड्रफ का डर हमेशा सर पे सवार। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स जो जड़ तक जाए ताकि डैंड्रफ वापस न आए। हेड एंड शोल्डर्स कंधे से बोझ हटा दे।
Deliberately open the face of the bat to be able to form the strike for the next over. Salchi.
Moment, I'm sure he's got his feet up, he's quite relaxed, enjoying how these two are going about this 9th wicket partnership. 63 now. About Surya. Back into the attack from the fourth end. He's going to come left arm over. Left-handed Shakil. Field spread, mid off, mid on, deep mid wicket, backward square leg, backward point, who's very, very fine. The field is on the boundary, leg slip and slip still in though, so still looking to attack.
Denied himself a run in Test match cricket. at times they don't come easy. But batting selflessly, the young man doing a job for his country.
And that's the thing that's really impressed me. Towards the back end of this innings, take nothing away from what he's done throughout. The pressure and the situation that he walked in at. But the fact that he's had partnerships with the lower order, 50 partnership prior to this, 50 now, 63 to be exact, and he hasn't thrown it away. He hasn't thought to himself, well, batting with the lower order, they're probably not going to last too long. Let me try and get as many as I can for myself. He's carried on out there. He just continues to add to Pakistan's lead. It's 98 now. Great signs from a player so young in his career. Just a sixth match, but showing levels of maturity of somebody who's played for a lot longer than that.
Yeah, these are the signs of somebody going through the rigmarole of playing the first-class cricket, club cricket, school cricket, gain experience, find your game, and then get an opportunity to represent your country. You're ready. The key thing is going through the rigmarole.
Oh, that is a beauty. That is a beauty. There was another sound. I think it was bat brushing against the front pad.
Or did the ball kiss the off stump?
मैडम आपकी स्प्राइट
एक इसका भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा।
बिजनेस में आसानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो हर शहर में आसानी से चेक क्लियर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
I'm going to put us in Sri Lankan shirts and test caps here, Amir. What do we do? How do we get a wicket?
Yeah, that's what happened in the previous over with the last delivery. Beat Naseem Shah, all ends up. It was the case of bat hitting the pad, hence the noise. And a very good decision once again from the umpire. You know, at times, as a captain, you have to go on a punt in order to buy a wicket. Now, he has to encourage his spinners to flight the ball, take the batsman into employing an expensive stroke. Yes, we know South Shakil is showing a lot of maturity out there in the middle, but you can't tempt Naseem Shah. Oh, there was an opportunity to get rid of South Shakil. And the aim wasn't found on that occasion.
Yeah, the reason why it was tight at the end is because he played the shot off his back foot. So he was on the back foot already. He would have been short. And then had to take the run and try and get there. And he only really started to speed up when he realized that there was an opportunity for a run out. He would have been out. Nowhere near.
Rare opportunity provided by South Shakil to get rid of him. He attempts Naseem Shah with a flighted delivery. With this pace, he's finding it very easy to negotiate.
$100 overs gone. 411 for 8.
बिजनेस में तरक्की चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो ऑनलाइन पैसे आसानी से ट्रांसफर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
$170 and 278 balls from Shaquille. Fantastic rear guard action from him, and the Pakistan batting lineup has allowed them to get a substantial lead so far. 99. All 2 wickets. They try and increase that as much as they can. Goes on the sweep shot. Slightly shorter in length.
We are seeing great signs for the Pakistan team here. This one turned and bounced. Now we have seen consistent turn for the spinners in this pitch. Another thing the Sri Lankan bowlers could do to get rid of this young man in the picture, try and get him driving the ball through extra cover. Well, Tino has an idea which I can't share on here, but that's the only option at the moment, the way he's batting. Whenever he has pitched the ball up to the left-hander, it's wicket. You know, once the ball is turning as a left-arm spinner, your target should be knocking the middle stump by flighting the ball outside the off stump, getting the batsman to drive the ball through extra cover with the open face of the bat. When you open the face of the bat, you get a bit of gap between bat and pad. And that's your chance as a left-arm spinner to get rid of a left-handed batsman. I'm surprised he hasn't tried to do that.
$100 the lead now for Pakistan. Naseem Shah holding up his own at the other end and ensuring that they can just continue to build. Oh, now that looks good, and it's very good. Now he's gone straight up for the review.
That was quick, very quick delivery.
Bit of play review for
From the left-arm spinner.
Original session is out. It's delivery front time available. Okay. Roll that back. Quick just get side on, looks like, just want to just confirm it's missed the toe and just hit the bat. Okay, thank you, I'll go back on to Alex on field. Alex, it's just all on bat. I'm going to recommend you change your decision to not out. Your on-screen signal.
Wow, wow, wow. When they thought they had the all-important breakthrough, And that's why he went straight up for the review, because he knew that he had made contact with the bat. It's the end of the 101st, 412 for 8.
पैंटीन जिसमें है चावलों का पानी और प्रो विटामिन फॉर्मूला जो हेयर फॉल कम करे सिर्फ 14 दिन में। पैंटीन बाल गिरे कम तो खुल।
बिजनेस बढ़ाना चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो अनलिमिटेड पे ऑर्डर्स और फ्री चेक बुक्स दे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को आसान।
Beautiful, picturesque All International Stadium. That kite, long tail. That tail as long as the Pakistan tail has been in this innings.
And both the tails are wagging.
There's definitely some turn on offer now. You've seen a few that have bounced extra, yes. You can certainly tell that the surface drying out, just starting to provide a little bit more assistance for the spin bowlers.
This field placing is telling me that the Sri Lankan captain is crying out aloud for South Shakib to take a single.
It's too short and it's just sat in the wicket. Hasn't come out as quickly as he was expecting. He'll get the single nonetheless. So just a couple more deliveries for Seem Shah to negotiate. Now the last couple of balls that Ramesh bowled to him in the previous over definitely made an effort to throw that ball up, try and entice him into the stroke, and I think that's the way he's got to go.
See, he was able to tempt the batsman, flighted the ball, and did force Naseem Shah to bring out that drive. He was not in control. Should encourage Ramesh Mendes to keep on flighting the ball to Naseem Shah.
Frustration for Sri Lanka. 102 overs gone, 4-1-3 for 8.
बिहारी और टेल का तड़का अब इन्हें सिर्फ एक चक्कर में करेगा साहब। नया एरियल जिसमें है क्लीनिंग बूस्टर जो करे जिद्दी दांतों का सफाया।
मैडम आपकी स्प्राइट
एक इसका भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा।
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा।
बिजनेस में रवानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो सैलरी और दीगर पेमेंट्स बआसानी ऑनलाइन ट्रांसफर करे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को आसान बने।
This tells a story. 177, 52, 16 and 67 unfinished. Compare it with the top order. Lanka has struggled so much. Now Shakil, 172, he's looked so good. Well, that's not looking all that good, Russell. That sky. Again, it's clouding up. I'm just wondering whether we're going to see some rain, but we did have blue skies and I think we had a full day spray. I'll take your word. You're the weatherman. Not, I'm just assuming. You're the one who has the record, which we don't want to go to. 67-run partnership. We were talking about Nasim Shah and how he hangs in there with the batter. Here to go, game-changing partnership of 70 in about 185 balls. This is 67 of 155. That was a 5 not out in 52 balls for Nasim. Today he's faced 49.
How do you get Saud Shakil out? Sri Lanka has struggled. They've tried hard. They've tried different kinds of bowlers.
Here's a suggestion. Take your catches.
That's the easiest way.
Drop twice.
Unfortunately. He's getting a bit of turn. But playing it very late off the back foot, but he's not taking the single.
Buddies, Roshan, buddies, wherever you go. Very popular figure you are. So we saw the scoreboard, we saw partnerships. Pakistan were 101 for 5. Now this is not the first time that Sri Lanka have found themselves in this hole. Picking up the last 5 wickets or the last 4 wickets to finish off an innings has been a challenge.
They're claiming a catch. They think it's an inside edge. But not umpire Alex Wolf. He doesn't think there was an inside edge. Don't forget, Sri Lanka has no reviews left. I don't think it was anywhere close to the bat. Definitely didn't look like, but a good grab by Dhananjay. He's doing it too easily now. 4 balls. By the 4th ball, it's pretty predictable that he's looking for a single to get off strike, and that's something that he's perfected without a problem. Just knocked it into a gap and gone for a single.
It's also a fact how Sri Lanka have been going about their business. There's not been any intent, been resigned to the fact and waiting for the batter to make a mistake. That's been the story for a while. Oh, forgot to catch the ball. Sadira Samaravikrama in his haste for once tossed up. Nasim Shah tries a big one and gets himself into trouble. The moment there's a back lift, he does get into trouble. The solid block is well in control. Too eager. Break a partnership, Roshan, there you go. Catch the ball, take the bails off. That's the way to do it.
Sadira Samaravikrama was urging him to try and dismiss Nasim Shah. He survives. 414 for 8. The lead now is 102.
फिर से डैंड्रफ का डर हमेशा सर पे सवार। ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स जो जड़ तक जाए ताकि डैंड्रफ वापस ना आए। Head and Shoulders कंधे से बोझ हटा दे।
He got the bails off, but no ball in the gloves.
Right for Sri Lanka. They missed out on some obvious opportunities just like that. Normally you'd expect them to be sharp spinners on the top of their game. And this is, as we've spoken, is something very new for Sri Lanka, at least on day 1 or day 2 of a test match or the second innings. The spinners have generally been very aggressive. Confusion is to the wrong end. Shakil wanted to run for the second, but not Nazim Shah.
Hesitation, they bailed out at the right time. That gave Shakil enough time to hit back. He wanted to. Slipped just a wee bit on the turn, and that's what's put them off. But Nazim Shah did the right thing. He saw the throw coming to his end, bailed out. Shakil able to get back. No damage done.
Now this lead is starting to get into fairly tough proportions, over 100 runs. Always a challenge. Batting third on the surface. And with the ball starting now to gradually respond. Spinners getting a bit of turn and bounce. Going to be a considerable amount of pressure on the Sri Lankan batters when they go in. Not afraid to use his feet, not afraid to play a few shots, or at least attempt shots. He's now faced 53 deliveries for his 6.
Glenn, he's trying to play a few shots. Maybe Pakistan have changed plans. Maybe they're thinking a few runs. You look at how many overs remaining. There's 32. Maybe they'd like to have a crack of about 15-20 overs to a tiring Sri Lankan team. They got about 104 runs lead. Try and get it up to 130, 150.
बिहारी और तेल का तड़का अब इन्हें सिर्फ एक चक्कर में करेगा साहब। नया एरियल जिसमें है क्लीनिंग बूस्टर जो करे जिद्दी दाहों का सफाया।
मैडम आपकी स्प्राइट
एक इसको भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा।
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा।
Nothing. I only looked at when the clouds were seen, he was just assuming. He still doesn't have a slip, but he's brought in his fielders to try and save a single. 3 on the offside, 3 on the leg side. Forgot that man for the slogs.
Famous days. Pakistan were here. That was also
attempted bouncer, I think.
मैडम आपकी स्प्राइट
एक इसको भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा।
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा। बिजनेस में आसानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो हर शहर में आसानी से चेक क्लियर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
Well, both teams were in very difficult positions when they started their innings. Sri Lanka had lost 4 for not many. Pakistan had lost half of their side for just 101. Look at the end result. Sri Lanka getting into 300 plus. Pakistan has done even better, 400 plus. Surya from over the wicket. He's been a rock. He's been a wall. Nothing has really or rarely got past him. Little chip in the air. They want two. And they'll come back for two. Chipping it with the turn, with the angle.
They're thinking runs, that's for sure. So that'll also give Sri Lanka a few opportunities. Nasin Shah, who's happy to block early and now picking up his bat and trying to give it a thump too.
I think that's the right approach by Pakistan because they managed to survive. They got ahead of Sri Lanka. They now start to realize that the surface is gradually changing.
Another factor that will be at the back of Pakistan's mind is rain. We've lost time every day. Therefore, trying to have a crack this evening and get a couple of wickets will be the way to go. Because with runs in front, the pressure is different and pressure does tremendous things. You'll suddenly see when Sri Lanka come out to bat that this pitch is not as flat as it looks now. That's because of the situation of the game and also how the batsmen have played. You've got to make those moments count.
Absolutely right. Seen that happen many a time. Again, he just opens up areas down the wicket against whatever turn and he picks his spot. He's been a master at that. That's made this man's job so difficult because look at the field. He's got a packed leg side field and he comes down the pitch, opens up almost inside out. Cleverly done.
Yeah, just a drop kick, gets it over the field, it runs away. He doesn't look to swing off his feet and that's why he plays with so much control.
This is what he does. This makes it ridiculously easy. 424 for 8.
बिजनेस में तरक्की चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो ऑनलाइन पैसे आसानी से ट्रांसफर करे बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे एचबीएल फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
Out Shakil, 182 of 299 balls, 17 fours. What outstanding shots he's played. He's enjoyed almost every bowler. Not a single bowler have managed to dominate him. He's particularly in severe on Prabhat Jayasuriya's scored a lot of runs off him. Not afraid to take him on, play against the spin. Good to go over the top. Short and wide. Not a slip in, which is good. He's thinking of trying to dismiss the batter. But Russell, I've seen this happen before when a partnership between established batter and a low order batter. Captains, most occasions, tend to take their eyes off the established batter. They try to attack only that low order. And by doing so, they tend to play right into the hands of the established batter who starts to control things.
They go away from bowling areas that are dangerous, that are most likely to pick up wickets. Take time out of the game and frustrate themselves. Yeah, it's not the first time they're seeing that. So much time. Batting with tremendous control.
And in a situation like that, their sole intention is get him off strike. And when you have a smart guy there, he knows exactly how to control it and maneuver it. I remember this happened way back at Leeds with Angelo Matthews and Rangana Herot. I'm sure you remember that game. Sri Lanka won off the second last ball and England were doing all the running. They just let Sri Lanka get out of jail with that partnership, and it's no different here. 79 runs.
No backlift, he looks sound, gets behind and blocks it. The moment he thinks of hitting it, suddenly feel the bowlers have a chance. Insha, one ball in the over, just see it off, let Shakil take care of it from the other end. Sri Lankans, as you said, have struggled to dismiss tailenders. They've really been paid to pay a heavy price. Right, short and wide. No is the call. 425 for 8.
पैंटीन जिसमें है चावलों का पानी और प्रो विटामिन फॉर्मूला जो हेयर फॉल कम करे सिर्फ 14 दिन में। पैंटीन, बाल गिरे कम तो खुले ज्यादा।
बिजनेस बढ़ाना चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो अनलिमिटेड पे ऑर्डर्स और फ्री चेक बुक्स दे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को आसान बनाए।
See, another feature of the Sri Lankan bowling analysis is that Jayasuriya was once going at 5 runs and over. He's still going at 4+. He's generally someone who brings in a lot of control, goes a lot of dots. He's economical. Ramesh Mendis used to be the one who leaks runs. And look at the number of maidens. Very few. Just one each for the fast bowlers, one each for Mendis and Dhananjaya, and just 2 for Jayasuriya. Let's see how the Pakistan batters have just dominated them. The singles, they have completely unsettled the Sri Lankan bowling unit. They're just going through the motions. They just now wish for Fernando coming back. All South Shakil. It's been his day, his innings. He's stolen the limelight. Jessica Salman supported him well, but he's been good against pace and spin. He's looked to come down the pitch, take the fast bowlers on. He's also been pretty good against spin. When you sweep well, you control what happens out there. Against the spinners, they'll struggle to find their length, they'll struggle to find the speed and set the field, and he's got a variety of them. Out Shakil. Loves that slog sweep. The lines that he picks, some from wide of the off stump, some straight on line, but he's very effective. He's been equally adept against both spin and pace. He's been at home. Facing spin and pace, actually, nobody appears to have bothered him at all. A nice place to take selfies up there on the ramparts. It's a lovely, lovely view. And then you just get up there in the evening on top of the ramparts. You see the Indian Ocean. You can get a bird's eye view of the ground. See the city of Galle. A lovely place to relax.
You spend a lot of time up there hanging around, especially in your younger days.
I must say I have. I've been here. I used to visit these parks. I used to live inside the fort. So the ramparts is not is a place that's quite well known to me. I've been up there, I've enjoyed the view, but of course, Gaul looked very different then. But still, so much of history, and it's absolutely breathtaking. He just keeps knocking it into gaps on the leg side. This time he will get a single. Vishwa Fernando has angled it down the leg side. He's got open spaces now. Just one delivery for Naseem Shah to face. Sri Lanka seem to continuously allow Shakil to get a single off the fourth or fifth ball with the greatest of ease. Just nudged it.
One ball from Vishwa Fernando to survive for Naseem. 29 overs scheduled remaining in the day's play. We haven't had problems with light. We've been able to play it after 6, so that's another 1.5 hours of play at least remaining.
He survives. 26 for 8.
फिर से डैंड्रफ का डर हमेशा सर में सवार ले आओ हेड एंड शोल्डर्स जो जड़ तक जाए ताकि डैंड्रफ वापस न आए हेड एंड शोल्डर्स कंधे से बोझ हटा दे
426 for 8 on the current run rate. Parts, and there you are. A very, very nice place to be, especially at this time of the evening. Not during the day where it can be pretty hot, unless you have an umbrella. Now Sri Lanka obviously is concerned about this lead, but what will concern them more is the fact that they will definitely have to bat at least for half an hour this evening. That's going to be a tough time to survive. Pakistan will come really hard at them.
So when you were hanging around in the ramparts, oh lovely late cut again, tremendous control. There was width on offer from Rajda. He's played that shot a few times now, Shakil.
And look at that, look at the dressing room. They're nice, they're relaxed. And Babar Azam enjoying it. Tells you a story. I don't think they were that relaxed. 5 down for 101, but now look at that fielder, that wide slip had no chance to get to that. Look at Babar Azam.
Yeah, in the years gone by, you hanging around the ramparts with an umbrella.
It's not hanging around, Russell. I don't hang around. I used to walk with friends in the evening. I used to work these parts of Sri Lanka. And it's a nice place to relax. You finish your work, you come back to where you stay, and if there is sunshine, if the evenings are nice, you just take a walk. I don't hang around. I have better things to do than hang around. This time, he refuses the single now. 3 balls gone. Let's see the way Dimut Karnavatta reacts here. The field hasn't changed. 2 men on the offside saving 1. Nobody, 1 on the leg side. The entire field is spread out.
Well away from the maiden double 100, Shakil.
Right, will the field come in? 4 deliveries bowled. Rajit from round the wicket, angling it back. Not going to come in. The field remains. Rajit will have to just make sure that he be accurate. He's just outside the off stump, but he has that option of just nudging it towards that point area and taking a single.
The 3 fielders on the single, everyone else spread far and wide on the boundary.
Well, he's got options. He can nudge it on the leg side, he can just open the face of the bat on the off side. Let's see what he does. Well, it falls safely.
Yep, no one to catch. The chances are minimal. I mentioned only 3 round saving a single. So he gets off strike. We're at 19 the lead. If long periods, the Maratha are happy to sit back and wait for things to happen.
Sri Lanka needs to make things happen. They just can't let this partnership continue and this lead swell. 119 runs. If you look at the averages of innings, 3rd and the 4th innings are the lowest. And Gaul, the first is on record the best. Gets an edge. And on the bounce. 431 for 8.
बिहारी और तेल का तड़का अब इन्हें सिर्फ एक चक्कर में करेगा साहब नया एरियल
जिसमें है क्लीनिंग बूस्टर जो करे जिद्दी दाहों का सफाया।
मैडम आपकी स्ट्राइक
एक इसको भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा।
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा। बिजनेस में रवानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो सैलरी और दीगर पेमेंट्स बआसानी ऑनलाइन ट्रांसफर करे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को आसान बने।
Time of the year that you fly kites.
The last 3 wickets have added 330 runs, 3 partnerships of 50 plus. 1 partnership of 177 followed by 52 and now an unbroken 85. Naseem Shah doing what he does best. Hanging in there for Shakil to do the scoring. He's got only 6. But he's eaten up almost 10 overs. That's a perfect illustration. One person riding it. Shakil, the leader, the scorer, the man. But he can't do it alone, we know that.
It has to be our director to show something like that. It has to be Hemant Butch to come up with something like that.
They're off fishing. The Sri Lankan batsmen went fishing early. They could really do with one of these Pakistani batsmen going for a fish.
Hoping they don't want to fish in the second innings, they'll have to bat better. Can't afford to fish because the Pakistanis will be at them. It will be a massive catch. That boat is going at a fair rate of knots. Moving quickly.
They'll be back in the morning with their catch. Time to fly kites, time to go fishing. But for Sri Lanka, it's time for a wicket, desperately. This game running away from them and the pressure building. Pakistan doing it nice.
Just like that. They're running away with it. They've always struggled, not for the first time. The struggle to finish innings off Sri Lanka. And even here I mentioned the last 3 wickets. 330. They concede a lot. Only Ireland do worse than Sri Lanka when it comes to finishing off the tail. That tail hurting Sri Lanka all the time. In the last 2 years, wickets 7 to 10. And it's happening again, but those numbers are adding on.
मैडम आपकी स्प्राइट
एक इसको भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा।
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा।
बिजनेस में आसानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो हर शहर में आसानी से चेक क्लियर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
The kite, we used to call it the Naya or the snake. The kite. You were called that, saying that used to be called, not me. I was never called that. Manages to keep it out. 432 for 8.
Day 3 summary has been a story of barren run for the Sri Lankans. The bowlers were fizzing with enthusiasm when Pakistan were 5 down for 101. Not anymore. It's Pakistan all the way.
Now all eyes on South Shakil. He's nearing his first double hundred in Test match cricket. And everybody's daily hoping he gets there. Stage is set.
Not a lot of double hundreds for Pakistani batters of late. I remember Babar getting a 196, a real gem of a knock against Australia to draw that Test match at Karachi. But a double hundred? Will confirm when was the last double century hit by a Pakistani batter.
Must have been Yunus Khan. And I remember a knock from Mohammad Hafiz way back in 2015 when he scored a double hundred against Bangladesh.
Abid Ali scored the last double century for Pakistan in Harare in 2021. But this is certainly very special from South Shakil. Pakistan were precariously placed, almost done in the first innings. He's produced a gem.
And he's not done as yet. Still battling hard to get his side to a winning position.
In this day and age where sort of flashy innings are the tone in so many formats, to produce and to have a batsman or a batter of this style, just a throwback to olden times, is a rarity. And such a good addition in this Pakistan lineup, because not only does he give them stability, but it's just that he knows how to tackle the difficult situations because of his DNA makeup.
The word comes to the mind of what you were alluding to, refreshing. Now that is refreshing, the style of play.
Stylishly missed by Naseem Shah. Somehow he's got this great ability to hang in there. 60 balls for his 6. Seems to enjoy this kind of stint at the crease, Naseem Shah. Quite happy to be in partnership with the settled asset, Saud Shakil. And he's hardly spoken with Naseem Shah. So he likes the tactics. He's got enough confidence in Naseem Shah that he'll weather the storm. 433 for 8.
बिजनेस में तरक्की चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो ऑनलाइन पैसे आसानी से ट्रांसफर करे, बिल्कुल फ्री, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को
well. This is another very good effort, 87-run partnership. Sri Lankans looking insipid, as if the fizz has gotten out of the context for them. Just looking at the options for the Sri Lankans, I'm no expert on their cricket, but looking at what they've fielded as a bowling unit, I'm sure you've got to encourage some of the bowlers that play T20 cricket to join the squad for Test cricket. It's not that most of these subcontinent teams play 5 Test match series. It's a quick turnaround. 2 Test match series are regularly featured. You can easily get some T20 bowlers at least involved in Test cricket, because it's the pinnacle. Test cricket is the pinnacle. It gives you name and status. If that is not being recognized by the younger lot, you've got to somehow drill that thought process in them.
Yeah, I hear you, Ramesh. When you're looking to bowl the sides out on a pitch like this, where there's nothing happening for the bowlers, especially for the seamers, you need to have bowlers who can bowl with rapid pace to bring that surprise element for the batters. But here, they haven't got that pace to disturb the batsman. They've got plenty of bowlers who could actually bowl with rapid pace. But here, they opted for medium pace on a pitch like this.
I'm thinking of, for example, Hasaranga, who's always had it good against Pakistan in white ball cricket. Could he have made a guest appearance in this series for them? Oh, slash. Probably missed his bat, but the shot was definitely on. The uppercut, as it's called. But that one took off. That extra bit of bite and bounce, that delivery from Vishwa.
Yeah, when you talk about Hasaranga, yeah, he's been limited over cricket. Yes, he had his struggles in Test match cricket, but that was away. And I think I'm with you. They should once again start thinking of playing Hasaranga in this format as well, because leg spinners are your match winners. The only thing you need to do is use them well.
That's another shorter ball. The whole process idea is to get Naseem Shah on strike for the next over. The fielders come in, and now's the time for Saud Shakil to cash in. Stretching his back, that's the other thing which has been remarkable, is fitness. You know, there's the mental fatigue and the physical fatigue, and he had to really go through both tiers throughout this knock.
And he's not perturbed with the fact that he has denied so many singles.
He easily could have been on 250 instead of 191. Right, what now from Saud Shakil? He's going to create an angle to get to the other end, to take the strike. There he goes, finds the gap. Wants two. I think he's probably in two minds whether to take that second run or not. And he did in the end, so he's exposed Naseem Shah to 6.
पैंटीन जिसमें है चावलों का पानी और प्रो विटामिन फॉर्मूला जो हेयर फॉल कम करे सिर्फ 14 दिन में। पैंटीन बाल गिरे कम तो खुले।
बिजनेस बढ़ाना चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो अनलिमिटेड प्री ऑर्डर्स और फ्री चेक बुक्स दे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को आसान।
7 away from a great milestone. Saud Shakil on 193. So here's Sri Lanka's chance again. Naseem Shah is on strike. There's Surya 3 for 132 is being a giant here at ball. Regular wicket taker.
It's remarkable how Naseem Shah has defended those deliveries for a long period of time. It goes to show and underlines the fact that if you want to be successful at this level, you've got to have a defensive technique, whether you're a bowler or a batter. Rocking back, making sure stays behind the line of that delivery.
This pair has batted for 35 overs. 89-run partnership.
Boys.
Just shows how the attack has been blunted by Naseem Shah. Without Shakil, you expect him to score freely, but Naseem Shah, 6 of 64 balls, they've not really broken through his defense.
Yeah, you mentioned that the bowling has been one dimension. Not once I've seen any bowler trying to be innovative. Try something indifferent to be able to trance the batsman.
Extra man added to the close-in net of fielders. A little bit off, short leg slipped. Quite incredible how safe it's looked. Showing tremendous appetite to defend Naseem Shah.
every time we saw the left arm spinner flighting the ball, had he seemed shot tempted, he created that opportunity of stumping, which was missed by the wicketkeeper. Jayasuriya hasn't been consistent in doing that.
There's out a maiden 435 for 8. And we'll also have drinks.
बिहारी और तेल का तड़का अब इन्हें सिर्फ एक चक्कर में करेगा साफ नया एरियल, जिसमें है क्लीनिंग बूस्टर जो करे जिद्दी दाहों का सफाया।
मैडम आपकी स्प्राइट
एक इसको भी देना और कहना कि ठंडा।
स्प्राइट लगा ठंडा। बिजनेस में रवानी चाहते हो तो ऐसा अकाउंट लो जो सैलरी और दीगर पेमेंट्स बआसानी ऑनलाइन ट्रांसफर करे, जैसे HBL फ्रीडम अकाउंट। बिजनेस बड़ा हो या छोटा, हर बिजनेस को आसान।